Hi betting experts, on Saturday the 11th of February we've got a traditional ITV 7, the best of the action from Warwick and Newbury, the ground drying out all the time at both tracks. A note of caution in the last week or so, we've had some real upsets over jumps, a few 33 and 50 to 1 winners. Horses have been showing nothing on soft ground, suddenly a different proposition, and all of a sudden you're watching races with horses finishing with running left in the tank, rather than the sort of soft ground, 20 lengths between them, legless. So it's finer margins on faster ground. Anyway, let's hope we found some winners. We start off with our betting expert Nap in the 225 at Newbury, the Denman Chase, a grade 2, nearly 3 miles, and I think this is an absolutely gilt-edged opportunity for Eldorado Allen to get back in the winner's enclosure. He's run really well in defeat 3 times already this winter. Drying ground will suit him. I'm expecting a positive ride, perhaps from the front, and I think he's a much more reliable betting proposition than his market rival. Our betting expert value angle selection runs in the 335 at Newbury, the Betfair Hurdle, a premier handicap, 2.5 miles a furlong, class 1 for 4-year-olds, and upwards some really interesting horses here, but I think Master Chewy at around 16 to 1 represents a really good each-way bet. Now, he's an unexposed novice. He's been running well in fair company, inconvenienced in my opinion by a steady gallop when turned over last time out, but I think that form is pretty good. He's going to get a proper pace to aim at here. He's a strong stayer at this 2-mile trip. Sam Twiston Davis beat right down to nearly his minimum weight, I'd have thought, and this one has got loads of scope to keep on improving after just 4 runs over hurdles. The negative could be his inexperience, maybe his jumping won't be quick enough against more seasoned handicappers, but I think at the prices it's well worth chancing. I think he will appreciate this decent ground. The remaining 5 races on ITV on Saturday: over to Warwick, sharp left-handed track, drying ground. This handicap chase over 2 mile 4 has cut up quite badly, and I think Galahad Quest can continue the excellent recent run of Jane Williams. Her horses have been really flying since the turn of the year, and I thought he served notice. He was primed to strike when finishing a creditable second last time out, sticking on one pace. Now he's going to need a more positive attacking ride from Noonan here, but if he gets it, I think he won't be stopping up the short Warwick Straight. Back to Newbury, they're 150, a competitive handicap hurdle over 3 miles. Well, JBY is one of those horses of Alan King's. He's not really taken part this season. He's been disappointed, but he's slid down the weights as a result, and I suspect he's the sort of horse who's going to do a great deal better from that reduced mark in the spring. They'll go a real proper gallop here, and that'll suit him. He's a smooth traveller. He doesn't always deliver off the bridle, but maybe now the ground's dried out, it might be the time to catch him. Over to Warwick for their Mares Hurdle, a listed race. Well, Love Envoy, I think, is going to take some stopping at Cheltenham in the Mares Hurdle. I really like her. She's top class. She's been handling deep ground all winter really well at Sandown. Now she's going to have to prove herself here on much quicker ground at a much sharper track, but the way she travels suggests to me that she should have too much raw ability for these mares. Back to Warwick for the 240, the Kingmaker, a small field, another chance for John Bond to fly around from the front and make all the running. I'm not totally convinced by his form with regard to Cheltenham, and that race where he beat Montmoral here hasn't worked out at all. Second and third been well beaten since. He did beat Boot Hill last time out pretty impressively at Sandown. He's a versatile sort. There should be more to come from him. Warwick's ideal on decent ground. I don't think they'll see him here, but I must admit I'm leaning towards El Fabiolo in the Arkle at Cheltenham. And finally, back to Newbury for the 3 o'clock, the Game Spirit, a grade 2 over 2.5 miles a furlong. Again, a disappointing small field, but a gilt-edged opportunity for Greenatine to get back on track. He's got plenty in hand on the ratings on these rivals. Decent ground conditions will suit. He's a strong traveller. He's a finder for pressure. I think he'll make all the running and take a substandard renewal of this prestigious prize. Best of luck with all 7 ITV races on Saturday, betting experts.